Hi, everybody. This is Roger from Totally Crypto, and I'm here with Fred and Alex today from Bob's Repair. They are getting ready to do what we think is going to be the ICO of the month for January. Hi, guys. How are you doing today?
Hey, doing well. Thank you so much for having us. We're really excited.
Can you tell me a little bit about Bob's Repair, where it came from, and where you guys are trying to take this thing?
Yeah, so we originally started by posting ads online and getting contractors connected with consumers. And we saw that these big companies were charging huge amounts of money for it. So we were able to do it for really cheap. And then once we connected 50,000 customers and we made all these people money, some of these contractors had nothing, and we literally pulled them out of the dirt. And now they're making great money and are very happy. And we decided to go ahead and use blockchain technology and be the first ones to decentralize the whole space and get rid of the review fraud, the high prices, the ambiguity. When you're hiring a contractor, you don't know what the heck you're going to get, whether you're going to be paying double or whether you're going to get cheated. So we wanted to get rid of all of that and be the first ones in the market to do so.
And then in 2014, Roger, when our AC unit broke and we had a big company come out and give us a quote, they basically told us we need a brand new unit. It was like $5,000, which later on we found out that brand new unit they were charging was way overpriced. But B, the only thing that was broken in our house was we forgot to change the AC unit filter. And then an independent guy by the name of Nico, and we've been working with him now for the last 3 years. You know, he's like, "Hey guys, your filter's broken. It was $50 and our AC was working." We were like, "Wow!" That's when we knew there was a huge issue in the space, and we wanted to fix it. You know.
Yeah, and I can appreciate that from two different sides. One is a homeowner and having contractors come out. We had a nightmare of a time remodeling our basement. We're 5 contractors later, 3 years later, it's almost done. I keep telling my wife next year. Unfortunately, it's now 2018, and that didn't happen yet. And also, coming from a marketing background, having large marketing agencies where we did a lot of specialization into lead gen for contractors and seeing the costs associated with doing that. Marketers are not going to be happy with some of the stuff that you guys are putting together, but that's the way the world's going. So I'm really excited about that. And tell me a little bit about each of your background, because you guys have some pretty interesting backgrounds.
Well, so I'm actually a college tennis player. I played Division I tennis for North Carolina State. Our team was really good. You know, I graduated, and then we just started. We're students of Harvard, so you know we're graduate students. So we're excited. So we go to class. Hopefully, we're not going to be. It looks like we might be Harvard dropouts, but let's don't go there.
There's been a couple successful Harvard dropouts.
Yeah, exactly.
We're good at building systems. I went ahead and I created an app a long time ago for colleges to connect students with parties and events. And then later on, what happened was we decided that we could be number one by marketing and create an entire platform that's insane with positive and negative keywords and AI and text messaging systems that you can call a number and a voicemail picks up and then it sends you a text and then redirects it all to a contractor. And so we're really good at making inefficiencies, eliminating inefficiencies. And now with blockchain, we can just completely change the world, right? So we're really good at that. Anything connecting any two things together, we've been able to do. And with this great team of technical geniuses, we've got our guy that worked at Microsoft, and now with this big announcement of our new CTO that we're going to tell you about in a minute, we're just really going to do some great things.
And then we have a big developing team in Russia. And we've went through a lot of different countries, and obviously Americans are great too. But we felt like with the Russians, they're very, very smart. They get things done really fast, and we're in really good hands,
I like it. You know what? Based on that tech question, it kind of leads into my next question for you guys. Love him or hate him, John McAfee is a big part of your guys' project. He's a senior advisor. But what I thought was really cool is when I asked you guys about, tell me about your relationship with him and what value he brings to the table for your organization.
Well, I would say we love him. We love John. We're friends with John. He's good friends with us. I think he brings us a lot of value. Obviously, he's promoting us, which is huge. But I think the real value is that he's helping us actually develop the product. He has the developers on top of us. He's cross-referencing. He's a part of our Slack channel. And I think that's the biggest value because, the guy created one of the best antiviruses in the world, and having him behind us and he's going to, help us with the Bob application, I think that's going to create a lot a in the long run.
Yeah, and he's just such a cool guy. He's funny. He's fun. He knows everything about technical, about blockchain. He helps us out, and just having his whole technical team on all of our group chats, giving us all their advice is really great. I mean, extra sets of eyes and support. It couldn't be better with
and the way we started our relationship was that, you know, we were talking, and then I was telling him a lot about our space, and he was telling me that he had all these properties and he was consistently getting screwed over from contractors on jobs, and he didn't really have a place to go to where it was all transparent and where he could find a good guy. So that's why he was really interested in helping us.
Yeah, and you know what I really like about your relationship with him is it's not just based on promotion. There's substance to it. You guys are working together from a technical perspective, and that was one of the reasons why our organization invested in your company. Just for the viewers, we only recommend what we invest in. We are investors in Bob Repair, so I think that's great to have a tech team like that.
He said that John McAfee, the name itself, is a very important brand. It's very important to him, and it's very important to all the people who follow him and so forth. And so he said that he needs to ensure with his technical team that our project succeeds in every way. He's not going to support something that's not going to do that. And so he's supporting us 150%. And that he's going to make sure that there are no hiccups. And we all grow and move forward in this space. And if we need to make any changes, he's always there to help, and his technical guys are there to help.
Yeah, and that kind of leads into the next thing when it comes to your platform development. I know you guys have had some previous success in this space and have already helped connect a lot of contractors with jobs. In your white paper, it looks like you guys, at the close of your fundraising, you're going to have a new CTO, which you're going to announce in a minute, which was kind of a big deal because they're coming from one of our largest investments last year. I still got to get used to that. You guys are looking to have your platform fully in development Q2, and then the final launch around Q4. I guess now's a good time. Tell us about who your new CTO is that's going to help lead the charge on this.
So for us, this is huge. So this gentleman was a senior software engineer over at the Walt Disney Company, and now in his last position, he was the lead developer at Dragon Chain. So, you know, he's going to jump on board now as our new CTO, and he's going to personally, spearhead the development of Bob application. So this guy is a genius. He's an extremely smart gentleman. He was just a part of a very, very successful ICO. I think they're over $2 right now. So having him jump on board with us, I'm 100% sure that we'll be able to deliver what we're promising on our roadmap.
Yeah, he went ahead, and when he heard our mission and he saw what we're doing, and he saw our platform that we've built in the past for connecting these contractors to consumers. And he saw it all. He said, you know, we can change the world together, and we will. We're the first ones in the market. And almost the next day, he said goodbye, and he came to us. So what they're doing over there is great, and it's wonderful. But here we're doing something else that's wonderful as well. That's really going to make an impact.
That excites me. And by the way, Dragon Chain just hit 350.
Oh, sorry about that.
Yeah, it's blowing up right now, which I'm happy about.
It's a great project.
Yeah, it really is. And the more research that I do on it, I listened to their AMA from a couple days ago. The stuff that they're doing there and the technology that they developed, hearing that you've got their lead developer coming over to be your CTO, that actually gets me more excited. I should have invested more. We might need to talk. Here's the last question, because you guys did something interesting. You guys chose the Steam platform to build your application on. Now you're running an ERC20, ICO, or SAF, but why did you guys choose the Steam platform for your technology base?
Well, the biggest thing is the 3-second block time, right? Another thing, it's a real use case scenario. They're using the Steam blockchain on a daily basis, no transaction fees. I don't think you can beat that. There's not a lot of blockchains that can beat that. You know what I mean? Yeah,
and having that entire community of people, of tens and tens of thousands of people being involved in the Bob's Repair project, upvoting, downvoting, and making sure that all of this fraudulent activity is eliminated is great. We're given an entire ecosystem to work with that's been proven to deliver. So we went ahead and partnered with an advisor that works with them very closely, Virtual Growth, VG, and he's here with us working on it.
And they are open source, so we're going to build on top of that. You know what I mean? So we're allowed to do that. And the key thing is that we want to be able to post every single review. So there's a customer who did a job with a contractor. We want to know exactly how much that unit cost, how much was the work, how long it took, and we want that to be very transparent. So when a customer wants to go on bobsrepair.com and they want to search how much it costs to to install, or let's say brand new installation of a 2.5 ton AC unit, they can literally punch in the model. They can look at a couple hundred jobs, how much they cost. So when they get a call or they connect, they know like, wow, this should actually cost this much in Las Vegas, opposed to like when we started in 2014 and this guy came in a beautiful truck and they have all this overhead, all this advertising fees to cover. They were just gouging us. And if we can get rid of that.
Their contractors aren't making any money because the company's taking all the money. They have huge overhead. They have all this nonsense, the circus running around. And here, you go ahead, you go online, you're going to know exactly how much he installed a sink for on this day, on that day, how much he installed a toilet for, how much he installed an AC unit for, before you hire him. And he comes over here and it's not a shocker. It's going to be $100. It's going to be $150. And there's nobody taking, there's no advertising company taking $75 for a lead, and for 3 people, and then there's no huge overhead that's pinned onto the customer. So those costs can even be 50% lower for a single repair.
Yeah, you know what, guys? I love your project. As I said, we're investors in it through the Digital Currency Index. We're recommending it to our Totally Crypto group and everyone watching this. There's just so many things. You guys have got a great community already up and running. You've got great advisors. You've got a great dev team, which is actually getting better based on what you're telling me on this call. You guys aren't going for a huge raise. You know exactly what you need. You know exactly how you're going to spend it. Everything you guys are doing is great. I'm excited to be able to talk with you two. I'm excited to recommend this to our audience. Of course, anyone that's watching this, do your own research. This is not financial advice in any way, but we'll share our data out with the group. And guys, you rock. Appreciate you guys taking your time.
Thank you. Bob's Repair to the moon.
Bob's Repair to the moon. Hold on. I'm going to stop recording.